the hollers and hills of West Virginia. It's Heavenly Hills Homestead with another episode. Stay tuned. Boom. Always start up here at the top of the patch. Let's go up here and look at our pollinated girl here from yesterday. Took the cup off this morning. Get a look here at her. Yeah, I think we're good to go. Peel this off so y'all can see her. She is relatively a nice looking girl there. She's looking pretty good. She's got a nice long stem there so far. Nice lobes, looking good. Got a good nice root there growing. Nice root there growing. Need to get some dirt here. Put on that root right there. There we go. Take a little bit of that dirt there and put that in there. Looking good. Get in here and straighten it out here in just a little bit. I'm gonna let it dry out just a touch more today, and then I'll get in there and on the board and situate these all these secondaries and stuff. Man, that plant's looking phenomenal. Go up here and yep, these are giant green squash. Man, we've made it there. Let's see what we're looking like here. Yeah, looking good. Pollinated that this morning.
That is so big and huge.
And the other one right there, I'm gonna try to pollinate that one too. I don't know if it'll take or not, but I'm gonna try it out and see. It might be too big to go right there, but we're gonna do what we can with it and see if we can't fit it in this corner. This one back here is the backup. That is the main one. So we'll see what we got. So go back here and take a look. It's cool today. It's nice and cool temperatures, not hot. Probably about 70 so degrees. Feels good actually. Wind's blowing, as you can see. So it's a beautiful day outside though. It feels good. Let's go back here and look at these other fucking plants. All right, guys, so this plant's starting to grow pretty good here. Looking good. Looking pretty good. Getting along. Hopefully that'll translate into some secondaries growing. We only got 2 so far. Only 2 secondaries growing thus far, so we'll see what translates. Plants since yesterday, looking fairly decent here. Not bad, yeah. We'll gotta get them staked out a little bit better and stuff this evening, and we'll show you all that. I'll show you exactly how I do it and everything. So I have to get some of these baby pumpkins pulled off, and gotta get some tomato plants staked up and all that good stuff. There it is. This right here is one that got pollinated the other day. This little old 4-lober. Don't think it'd do much of anything. Of course, it was on the plant's way too small anyhow. This one over here on the Tiger King, though, I mean, I could let it do its thing on that Tiger King, but I think I'm gonna let it ride out and do something else. So we'll see. We'll see. Like I say, it's right there. You can see it right through there, I think. So it's a nice little pumpkin, but I don't need to keep it yet. It's need to pollinate. I'd say the next one on that pumpkin is what I'll pollinate. That plant will be, oh goodness, probably 13 foot by then on the next one, or longer. So we'll take the next one and have it right in there somewhere. So that's the plan anyhow. And then of course this bayou here, it's probably 3 of them. So we already got this one. We'll pass the next one and we'll get to the next one after that. So we'll see, as long as we don't have any more mishaps. I mean, the leaves are really small on this plant. Of course, you can look at them leaves and you can look at these Tiger King leaves, and basically the same. They're just kind of small, tight, not real big leaves. I kind of like those plants a little bit better. It seems like they do better. I mean, I don't know if they do or they don't, but it seems like they do. So we'll just keep going with that notion, right? But last year, and what I mean by better is I just think that they don't put as much growth into the leaf as they do everything else, like your fruit or your secondaries, or your, some things that are important. You don't, huge leaves does not translate into huge fruit, all right, but big plants do. So big, nice big long secondaries, nice big root systems, nice big mains, stuff like that. The leaves are the solar power for it. So as long as you have a bunch of them, you're going to be fine. The size of that leaf, I don't believe, really translates into a bigger plant or bigger pumpkin. Anyways, you can tell this over here, it's got tiny leaves on it as well. So just about all of them, except, well, the giant green squash, they're a little bit bigger leaved, but that's okay. I mean, I'm fine with it. Just what I would prefer as the smaller ones. So you can see a lot better too inside there. If you got an issue or something, you can see a lot better into the plant through small leaves and stuff. I do believe that this 1347 over here is displaying some double lining, or something of the sort. So I want to show you that real quick, and kind of get you looking at this. So you can see here, what we got going on here. Here's a pumpkin. We don't need it, right? There's a pumpkin and another pumpkin. See how they doubled up right there? 1, 2. Okay, and that's not. Now you little devils. I hate cucumber beetles. Anyways, you can see there's something going on here. What we got going on here? I think that leaf needs to be removed. And this is where, okay, there's the secondary right there. We're on the bottom of that. Just remove that leaf right there. now we got that secondary, and I don't know if it's gonna help or not. These 2 pumpkins gotta go. But you can see right here, we're good all the way up until right here. Look, see there? See when it's turned into a ribbon vine or, well, a double vine? See it? At 1347, turned into a double. Right here at this juncture. That's why that secondary come off like it did, and that's why I got these 2 pumpkins growing right here at an odd place. Pull both of them off. Okay, but I think it went back. See how it doubled for a second and then went back to a single. See that? See how it's right here? You can see the transfer. Double back into a single, and you're good. So I think we've grown out of it. Yeah, we only got that 15 inches of double vine there, and then it come out of it. So I think we should be a-okay now. All right, I'm gonna take a look at our 1965 Rotobaugh. Looking good. A little baby punky in there we need to pluck off, but it's looking good. So we'll get out here in just a little bit and we'll do some work with all this stuff and get on it. So we got a lot of weeding to do, got a lot of stuff to do. So we'll get to it here in just a minute. Did want to go down here real quick and take a look at these plants down here, just real quick. See how they're looking since yesterday when it got flipped over. Looking good, looking really good actually. It's looking very, very healthy. I like that, good job. Annie's is looking well. And, come on now, flip around here. There we go, and Jaden's is looking good. All right, good job. They have the giant pumpkins starting to look pretty, or giant watermelon, excuse me, starting to look pretty decent there. Like they're getting ready to take off and do their thing, which would be wonderful because we've been expecting that for a long time now. Just gotta get in here and weed that out and set all the fabrics up and stuff on them. So we're gonna get that in just a minute. So I go get myself situated here and start doing what we love to do, which is grow. All right, y'all. I've not been able to do nothing past 2 days, yesterday or today. Yesterday I was pretty sick, and so I went to the hospital to get checked out, make sure I wasn't having any bad things going on. You know, I don't want to really say it, but I just wanted to get my heart checked out. Let's put it that way. Got it checked out, everything. She said looked good. At first my test came back and my troponins were slightly elevated, but then they ended up doing it again and it was fine. And then they sent it upstairs to get examined again, and it was normal up there. It was perfectly fine. And so we think it was just maybe a panic attack. She did say, however, that my EKG was different this time than it was last time. My question was, aren't EKGs going to be different every time that you take one? I mean, is it always going to be the exact same, you know? And she said, yeah, they should be. But I guess my T waves, she said, was slightly different. Not a lot different, wasn't alarming different. It was just different enough that she thought something needed to be, you know, it needed to be checked out. So got to go get a stress test done just to rule that out and anything else. Got up today, felt really good, was getting ready to come out here and do some work, started having those same pains and issues, which just causes you to have anxiety. I'll just be honest with you. It just does. It makes me have anxiety when I feel like that. It just, you know. So I think there's, you know, she told me, she said, as far as I'm concerned, you're a healthy young man, has no worries of heart disease in your family, so you should, you know, there should be no worries for you. You should be fine. She was like, you know, we'll just get this little test done, roll that out, and you should be good to go. Shouldn't be nothing going on. So that's why there's not been a video up for yesterday or today. Like I said, I come out here yesterday, I was going to shoot it, and I was feeling really bad. I went inside, laid down. And like I said, I don't know what the deal is. I don't know why I'm having that little bit of pressure or whatever going on in my chest. But who knows, right? We'll figure it out at some point. Obviously, it's not that, okay? Because, I mean, if it was that, you know, we would have found it yesterday and, you know, whatever. So, we're going to measure this plant. I got to measure from the sticks to the end, see how much it's grown. You can see our next one getting ready to be pollinated right there on the end. So we'll zoom in here on her. It's going to be pollinated right there. So we're going to probably be pollinated this probably next weekend, I'd say. Taking a look at the one that we already pollinated. And she's looking good. She's looking really good. Like the way she's looking. Need to get this watered today. And let's see here. And this one here, you need to come off of there. We don't need you. Thank you for your service, though. What we got going on up here? Need to water. I do know that. She's getting a little peeked here. Let's take a look and see what this one looks like from pollination yesterday. I'm hoping she took. I'd rather have her, to be honest with you, I'd rather have her right here than I would out there, because this one here, but you can see that one right there is going to be where it's going to be pollinated at, and I just don't think that if I pollinate her there, I don't think it's enough room. I would have to really like lift this vine up like this almost. I mean, it's possible, it could be done. So we're not going to bury anything out there. We're just going to watch everything, kind of see how that goes. But this one will be selfed. This is the 1844 brown, so it'll be self-pollinate, that one. Plants are looking, these two plants up here are just kicking butt, guys. I mean, they're kicking butt for a green squash, and I'm hoping that we take the state record this year for the giant green squash. Old Doc Rodabaugh holds that record at 955, and Doc, I'm sorry to say, sir, but you've had that record for long enough. It's time to share that record with somebody else. So I'm gonna try my best to beat it. Don't know if we will or we won't, but we're gonna try. So plants look great from down here. I mean, you can see their secondaries are looking great. Everything about it's looking really good. I'm happy with it. Looking good here on all these plants. They are what they are for now until they're kicking into gear. Come on now, you gotta turn around. There we go. These beets are starting to pick up the pace. Yeah, they're looking a lot better. Really starting to pick it up and lay it down. Kind of walk around here and just kind of look at everything real quick. Swiss char is looking up and big and bountiful. All these plants down through here are looking good. I need to shim a little water, I'd say. It is what it is. So go down here and take a little look. And yeah, these plants, they're trying. It's trying, but I just don't know that it's going to make the cut. Just long and spindly, no secondaries coming off. Well, it's got these two back here. Is there anything coming off that other side? Yeah, there's one there coming off now. I don't know. We'll see what it does. We'll see. If it ain't doing something better, probably in the end of 2 weeks, we're going to just going to have to pull it up out of there. Tiger King plant looks good. Happy with it. Bayou plant looks good for being flipped upside down twice. So hopefully it'll make a rebound and start doing what it's supposed to do. And go over here and take a look quickly over here at at these plants. (1347) has not straightened out. I don't believe. It's looking like it's going to try to double vine me. Double vine there. This is starting to look like it is. Maybe it'll come down to a single. I don't know. Maybe it will. 1965 Rotobaugh right there. Looking pretty good. No complaints on it. So should be starting to put some secondaries down really soon. So that'll be good. The gourds, the long gourds are starting to climb. So that's a good thing. Always a good sign on those when they start to climb. And so, moving along, need to get out here and weed. Need to do some more planting. Got stuff I gotta get in the ground and ain't been able to yet. So, don't like not feeling well when I got work to do. Watermelons definitely are starting to do something. See that one there? It's starting to run. This one here is starting to look pretty good. These down here are starting to look pretty good. We gotta keep them turned that way though. They keep wanting to turn around. Oh man, I don't want them to. So I don't know what the deal is, but we'll have to fix that. And then this one here also keeps trying to turn. I need you to grow that way, sir. Right there like that. 950 Cook's starting to really pick up the pace. And this, guys, I kid you not, this 1088 Bayou here is like the third best plant. It is probably the best pumpkin plant that I have. Surprisingly, it's really doing good. Another female down there that I can see. Let's walk down here real quick. I know I shouldn't be doing this, but right there, that female right there. So she's looking good. Probably I'll pollinate her this week. Don't know that I'll go with her, but I'd like to get the next one up. That would give me a nice long plant if I got that second one up. I don't know that this one took because it was very hot that day and it ain't grown none, so we're just gonna pop it off. Just think so. And we need to get in here and bury secondaries and stuff, but overall the plant looks great. I mean, there's nothing to complain about on that plant. Not at all. A lot of tomatoes down here growing from last year. Jaden's plant looks good. He's got a little pumpkin growing on there. That's the first one. We'd like to see that on down there, close to those leaves right there. And that'd be a good spot to pollinate that pumpkin at. Hopefully tomorrow is a better day. Hopefully I get another good night. I got a great night of sleep last night. Probably the best night of sleep I've had. Now look here, sir. Sir, we're not doing that. You understand? No, sir. Not doing it. Probably the best night of sleep I've had, and I couldn't tell you how long. It was a very good night of sleep. So I was very happy about that, because I don't generally sleep very well. Usually have a very hard time sleeping, but got good sleep last night. Felt good. Woke up this morning, felt good. You see all of the watermelon plants and melon plants up there looking good. All the cucumber plants have started bouncing back, and they're all looking good. We are, however, missing. Where are them at? There they are, up there. They're knocked over somehow. I guess the wind the other day must have knocked them all down. That's not good. I don't think I planted Mexican sour gherkins yet, so we're gonna have to plant those somewhere. I don't know where. Jaden, I need you to get a water can and water all these plants over here, okay?
Where are the water cans?
It should be in the building, sir. All you gotta do is water the ones that's in the crates, okay? Okie dokie. Giant cantaloupe plants are starting to move on up. Look at them there. They're nice looking. Got a good one there. What is that? That the Prochaska? That's a Davis. Davis is looking good. And then we have the Prochaska, and then I know this is the Trichka Dustins, and this is a McCaslin. So they're all looking good. Everybody's looking good. Wife and kids have done well, feeding and watering everything while I've been out of commission. Got to get up there and get that done up right there, tilled in and done up. Tomorrow, hopefully. Just needs one final till with the fertilizer in it, till the fertilizer in. Make sure I got all the rocks out best I can and plant it for my giant sunflowers. These plants up here are looking pretty decent. All of them starting to get some life to them now. So that's a good thing. And this thing here, guys, it just keeps getting bigger and bigger and bigger. Like, y'all just wouldn't believe how big that rutabaga is getting. It's crazy. These down here, same story, getting massive. Massive, massive, massive. Get just water and make sure they all get watered. There's some up at the top of that trellis and some at the bottom of the trellis. Okay, guys, so, huh? Yes, please. All right, so another thing I was told to do is all these in here need some boron right now. When they start getting big like this, you need to get boron in them so that you don't get any kind of diseases or anything like that. Look at how big that carrot got. Just over a couple days, it shot up out there. You can see the new growth. I mean, that wouldn't surprise me if that carrot's touching the bottom of this thing, and that's pretty deep. That's a pretty deep box. It's under the ground right here. So I know it don't look deep, but it is deep. If it's pushing up out of there like that, it must be touching the bottom. Everything here is looking really good. This one here split really big right there, but we're hoping that it'll be a-okay. But I am going to give them some boron. Boron's supposed to help them with rotting and stuff, so that they won't get, I guess, like stem rot or something like that. I can't remember what it was, but I have to look and see. But everybody says they look really good, and that's exactly what you're wanting to see when you're growing these things. You know, you want to see really big, healthy plants like these. So, and then look how big this stuff is. It's just crazy. Looks good. I'm very, very impressed with it. So, he's watering plants for me.
Watering plants for you?
Yeah.
I want to help you water.
Okay. All right. Then over here, I got another giant eggplant right there, and a giant chili pepper. So I don't know. Everything's looking good. I'm gonna kind of direct them a little bit and stuff. They're up there cutting hay. Up there. So I'll see if I can get Annie to go and take some pictures or something of it, and we'll post it. I always like sharing when they cut the hay and stuff. I was wondering if they was even gonna cut it this year, because they hadn't touched it yet. I was starting to wonder, but they did, so good thing. But anyhow, like I say, hopefully tomorrow be a little bit better day, and we can get on with it. So thank you, sir.
Welcome.
Guys, I've almost forgot. You want to scoot around here, Jade?
Okay.
Just hold it. I'm gonna be filming right here.
Okay.
Gotta measure this plant so we can pick a winner today. Who's closest to the length guess, huh? So, and I also gotta try to get that 15th drawing done. All right. righty tighty. So let's see. Okay, baby. Can you see that there, y'all?
I'm gonna get a little bit closer.
I'm
trying to get close.
It's 39 inches is what we got. All right, no, actually we got 40 inches. Can y'all see that? 40 inches. Lay it down there at the stick, grab the stick, and stretch it out there. It's 40 inches. I'm just trying to make it. There we go. Oh no, here.
I'm behind you, Dad.
There we go. Hey guys, there's the best reading we got. All right, about 41 1/4 inch. Back up and show everybody what we got. See how we're looking? We're flat, the tape is straight. Everything's straight, no bends in the tape, right?
There. Let me see.
this.
See there? No bends, it's fine. So 41 1/4 inch. 41 1/4 inch. That's how much it grew since Wednesday. That's pretty good growth for 5 days, almost 4 foot in 5 days. So yeah, yep, that's yours. That's what we pollinated with yesterday, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So, all right, guys, I'm gonna look and see who the winner is, and I'll put the winner right here, and you guys can see who won. Again, you had to be the closest within an inch. Won. So hopefully we have a winner this time. Again, next Wednesday we'll play again, and we'll move the sticks and we'll show where they're at, and do it again next Wednesday. I'm venturing to say after next Wednesday there will probably be no more growth after next Sunday. I'm going to say next Wednesday we're probably going to be somewhere about in here by Wednesday, and so by Sunday we'd be out there, and so I'm pretty sure we're going to be done by then. But measuring or doing this, but we'll figure out another way to have games and stuff. I do want to try to pollinate that one as soon as it opens up, and I'm going to try to get the next one in the tip and see if that's the one we want to keep. I want to have 3 of them on here pollinated, and we'll choose which one's the best. So far we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 secondaries. Let me get in here. Don't do this, guys. You ain't supposed to step on your soil, but I want to get that off of there. I don't want him growing. I only stepped one spot there, but I'll fluff it up again. Anyhow, 16 secondaries so far. By the time we get out to there, I should have, so that's 16 there, yeah, 16. So I should have 17, 18, 19, 20. By the time we get to that one right there, right here at the tip, not the tip, but I'll zoom in. Come on now. Oh, I hate when it does this. It gets to, it don't want to zoom in. There we go. So right there, you can see the new one there that we're wanting to pollinate. Right there. And so by the time it gets there, there'll be 21 secondaries behind that plant. Move it on out here, and it would have probably closer to 26 secondaries behind the plant. I would say by the time we get out to here at the end, we would have 26 secondaries. Right now, if we were to stay, I believe it has 14 secondaries. So it's big enough to do something with, because I think last year I grew on plants that were 10 foot long, and literally this is my biggest plant ever right here. I grew the other ones that were 10 foot long. Of course, they were wide, but you know, by this point I had done pollinated. Today was my day of pollination. It was the 18th of June last year, and I had done had several plants up to 10 foot and was just waiting, but they were nowhere near this size. So this plant is the biggest plant I've had with a pollination. Of course, it's my second year, and it will be so far my biggest plant during a pollination, and probably end up being my biggest plant period if them other ones don't get with the program. And now, I mean, last year they were decent sized plants, but I let them grow way out into the yard there. I mean, they were touching the tree house from there. So I mean, they grew way out into the yard. But I'm thinking that this one here is going to be a really good plant, and I'm probably going to get a good sized fruit off of it. As long as God, you know, I'll do my work. As long as He wants it to be, then that's what it'll be. If not, then it'll be something else. But this is by far my bigger and better plant, and the second best one's up there. I mean, the 1000.5 brown. I keep wanting to call it a 10.5 brown. But yeah, it's looking good. And then the next best plant is the 1088 Bayuk, and then the 2350 Ginger, and then the 1883 Bayuk, and then the 1965 Rotobaugh, and then the 2195 Tau, which I'm hoping will. I mean, it's got a big, nice, long mane. If it would just throw some secondaries out I don't know why it ain't throwing secondaries out. I mean, it's maybe they will this week. I don't know. If it would start throwing secondaries, guys, if I can get a mid-June or mid-July pollination, end of June, beginning of July pollination, I can do some things with that. I know I can, because I did last year. I had one that was a holdout until July 2nd or something like that. Might have been even a little bit later now. I can't really remember exactly, but we took that joker and did some wonderful things with it, so should be fine. Anyhow, guys, we're going to try to get in here and do the drawing for the 15th of June. I should have done days ago. I try to get that done tonight as well. So let's go try to do that, and on with the next. Anyhow, guys, appreciate you watching. And we'll see you tomorrow right here in the Hollers and Hills, West Virginia.
Don't forget to smash that like button. That notification bell. Don't get the dog.
Good job. Here you go. Thank you.
Don't get the dog.
Don't forget to share. Yep. There you go. Good job. And
subscribe.